Welcome to our session, which is titled Bringing Care to the Margins. We'll be looking at how nurses are revolutionizing healthcare for people who inject drugs. My name is Phumzile Mngomezulu. I am from TB HIV Care Organization. I'm supporting people who inject drugs program here in South Africa. I am a very proud professional nurse, and I'm a PhD candidate now. So yeah. I'm not alone today. I am with my colleague, Tamara Barnett. So we'll be taking you through this. Just to look at our objectives for the day, I think throughout INSU, we literally have a common goal. And if you've been listening to some of the speakers, some of the sessions as well, it's just gravitating around, the same aim, the same goal. So the first objective is to, of course, explore the barriers to healthcare access in diverse settings. We will identify practical strategies for building and sustaining partnerships, which is very important. I think in a critical time like this, we are experiencing a bit of change in the world. So it is very much important that we build meaningful and sustainable partnerships to ensure that there is continued care for people who use drugs. And the third objective is to benchmark on best practices from other countries using the Barrier Strategy Impact Framework. So if you can see from your tables, there is like an A1 paper, there are some markers. We'll be having 3 speakers, and as they're presenting, we would like you to kindly identify from each presentation, you're gonna identify a barrier from one end in terms of, healthcare delivery. What is it that you're seeing as a barrier? And because we want to ensure that there's information sharing and knowledge mobilization, we also need the solutions from you. So on the same page, you'll have a barrier on one end, and you'll have a solution that we will discuss at the end of this session. Now, before we start off with our presenters, just a little greeting. So in South Africa, we have 11 official languages, but I was like, let me narrow it down a bit so that we don't create a lot of a tongue twist. If I can get, please, just by show of hands or a volunteer, what does bringing care to the margin means to you? But before you give an answer, you are going to choose a greeting. So we have, the first greeting is in isiZulu, ne? So I'm Zulu. Sanbonani. Can you say Sanbonani? Sanbonani. Sanbonani. So when someone says Sanbonani, the response would be Yebo. Yebo. Sanbonani. Yebo. So if I am closer, just like my party there at the back, you will say Molweni. Molweni, and the response would be Molo. Now you're acknowledging the greeting, or you're greeting back. And then we have Dumelang, which is in Isetswana or Isotho. You say Dumelang, and we say Ashe. Dumelang. Ashe. Then the last one, Abusheni. Abusheni is Sitsonga, yes. Abusheni, the response is Aye, right? So if I can please get a volunteer, someone who's going to say, my name is, and this is what I think bringing care to the margin is. But firstly, greeting, one language, no repetition. No repetition. If someone says Sanbonani and we have Abusheni that is left, you are faced with Abusheni. Okay, yeah. So can we get just anyone who would want to respond to that? Before I pick and choose. Jackie. Yes.
Abusheni.
Aye.
My name is Jackie. I'm a nurse. I work in Melbourne, Australia. Bringing care to the margins is what everybody here, I think, is doing, is working for people who, for a range of reasons, do not and cannot access mainstream health services. For a whole range of reasons, I think stigma and discrimination being the primary ones, because people make judgments about drug use and they treat people very poorly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Can I have a different take? Abusheni was covered. Anyone else? From this table, please. Ashe.
Hello. I'd like to say hello. And bringing care to the margins, I think, means that we evolve the
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Bridget. Prof. Prof. Harry. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Prof.
Molo.
Molo.
I'm Harry Hustler from TDHIV Care. I think bringing care to the margin for me is bringing services to people instead of asking them to come for them. So peer-led mobile outreach services to make sure that we know what we've done.
Thank you so much for that, Prof. Then last but not least, anyone? From that table, please. Yebo. Mm. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for all the responses. And I think it just summed up everything that we want to kind of discuss today, which is entirely not new. So as we work together collectively as multidisciplinary teams, as you know, within our programs, I think we are all making such a major contribution. But today, or during this session, we want to shine the light a little bit more brighter to the nurses, the frontliners. I think they're the all to the machine within the healthcare. So yeah, I can go on and on because I am a nurse. So it is really, really great to have, you know, professional nurses. We have frontliners, if I may still put it like that. So we'll have our speakers, and I will hand over to Tamara to present our speakers. But before we do that, there is some housekeeping rules for today. There is an INSU general meeting, which is taking place at 5:30 p.m., followed by a surprise during the welcome reception. I don't know what surprise it is. The second one, they say don't miss the AbbVie-sponsored symposium at Crossroad in HCV care for people who inject drugs, the holistic impact of test and treat versus test and wait. That is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., here in the Verve.